quick favor before we start. If you already enjoy Marvel Maniac, follow the show and leave an honest rating and a one-sentence review on Apple Podcasts. It helps more fans find us. Now, let's assemble. Welcome back to Marvel Maniac and MCU After Show. This is your host, Eric Cicada, aka Mr. Honest. Brand new day for me right here is 2 days away. When you're listening to this, it might be years ago, but it's also possible that it's tomorrow. Okay, I'm seeing Spider-Man, brand new day, 12 p.m. Thursday on the 30th. I'm stoked about it. By the way, I just got over a power outage. It was very, very awful. So I really wanted to make this episode, and I was worried that it was going to be gone for a while. They were saying days. So I'm happy to be back, even though it's been 24 hours. You might have never even known it. I'm just saying it is sure good to be here. How are you feeling going into brand new day? I want to know your thoughts on the movie. After you've seen it, give me an email, marvelmaniacpod@gmail.com. Give me your thoughts, your reviews, everything. I want to know. So I am like jittery excited because I thought, I'm going to watch the trailer just to get excited. And I watched the latest trailer from a week that came out a week ago, and it was very nostalgic. It actually showed a lot of things from previous movies, kind of catching people up on Peter Parker's story, which I thought was good. And seeing all those old moments fit in with the newer moments, I think the tone for the movie is totally perfect. It's a little gray. It's a little bit like lacking of his friends and his people in his life. He's on his own, but you can't stop Tom Holland from being Tom Holland, which he's a ray of sunshine. Let's be honest, folks. He's a ray of sunshine. I love this guy. So I'm just very curious about what they're going to do with the story, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm just very curious about in that trailer. Like, for one, there's one moment where the guy who looks like Scorpion and supposed to be is playing Scorpion, he says, "I'm not Scorpion. You think I'm Scorpion?" And I'm like, well, yeah, isn't he? So I'm just trusting Marvel to surprise me. Honestly, it's like I got a Marvel trust fall going here. Even being a bigger guy, I feel like they're going to pick me up just fine, because this is the best advertising for a Marvel movie in years, I'll tell you that. It's almost like the Fantastic Four trailer if they didn't tell us Galactus was in the movie. Or, I'll say it again, Brave New World. Very similar title to this in a weird way. And it's as if I didn't know Red Hulk was going to be the main antagonist at the end of the movie. I mean, come on. Sorry for spoiling all these things for you if you haven't seen it, but it's been a bit. I don't mean to sound obnoxious. When I get excited, I'm like kid on Christmas morning excited for this movie and for my power to be back. And in a way, it feels like Spider-Man is going to take the mantle again of just being the best superhero, and my favorite superhero, probably right next to Iron Man. I usually say Iron Man's my favorite because I don't want to be generic and say Spider-Man, but I'm not ashamed of it. I love Spider-Man. I'm not bandwagoning. I promise you this. Our catalog has many Spider-Man love songs in my history. So the real news is the advertisement going around with Sadie Sink of Stranger Things, and pretty much I'm deciding that she's probably going to be a huge part of the MCU going forward, because there have been specific trailers with her, no spoilers here, where people are begging her to give them an inch about who she is. And the trailer is, "Come see Spider-Man Brand New Day because I'm in it." And that's all she says. They bleep her out saying the things that like she does in the movie. I think it's perfect. She's a great actress to bring into Marvel because she's so young. So whatever character they're going to give her, even if it's a new one or an old classic character from one of the X-Men or anything, a lot of people think one specific character, and I won't even say it in the case that it is that character. I'll just say this: it was a good choice casting her. One thing I hope she isn't is another Mary Jane Watson, because she could be such a classic MJ compared to Zendaya, tomato. I think Zendaya, I'm going to say her name wrong now for some reason, as if I haven't heard Zendaya for 5 to 10 years. Anyways, Zendaya is the perfect Mary Jane because she's original, and I don't think they'd give that story to a new MJ with red hair and like take away the old MJ, especially because she's in this movie. And two, even if it's just a movie, doing that to Zendaya wouldn't be very nice. I don't think trading out MJs, that would be something that I don't predict. So the official news about Spider-Man is it's going to break box office records. There's rumors that it's going to probably bring in more money than Doomsday in December. Doomsday's got to do their trust fall with the fan base. And boy, golly gee, I sure hope that we get a good movie there, but that's not what today's about. My biggest question is Spider-Man going to make it into that movie? Is there no advertisement for him there because of this movie? We don't know where this movie is going to lead us because it's the last movie before Doomsday. So is Peter Parker secretly in Doomsday? Who knows? Who knows? I hope he is, but if he's not, we'll know why in this movie, which is also just going to be a great cliffhanger. I can't imagine they're going to end it in a quiet place. Never seen that actual movie, so I think the Hulk being back in this movie is going to be fun. They showed us some stuff, okay, but I don't know enough to know why. That's all I need to know is that he's in it, and that's awesome. And there's a lot of different Spider-Man things going on. It seems like the Spider-Man game where he's got like 5 missions and 5 villains, and he's going to be, 1, getting his friends back and his girlfriend back. 2, he's going to be fighting villains in regular street crime. 3, he's going to be fighting a big super villain. Lots of different things. 4, Hulk. There's so many different things that are happening. 5, none of that is true, and the whole trailer is just a ruse to give us the true story, which that would be kind of bad. They can't do that. They shouldn't do that. But hey, you never know with the MCU these days. We do not know much going in. So street level story first is my guess. Peter rebuilding his life from scratch. 1 or 2 villains, even ones that maybe we haven't seen in the trailer, could realistically appear. Fingers crossed for a Rhino, huh? Probably not. I bet you they will have a Rhino eventually if Tom Holland makes this into a brand new trilogy. I hope so. Or what if Mysterio comes back? Because he actually didn't die because he's Mysterio. And even though Edith in Far From Home said there was no one living, there's no illusions happening, it could be that, who knows, Mysterio installed something on there that if he dies or if he's acting like he's dead, she'll tell him he's dead. I don't know, but that'd be awesome. Him coming back would be the surprise. That would be insane, but it would be so good because wouldn't you think this guy makes it out alive, is living a life, and Peter gets to look at him and think, you took everything from me, kind of like Wanda in Endgame. And he'll be like, I don't even know who you are because his mind is erased too. You know what I mean? That's perfect. I hope they do that, but they won't. We know the Punisher's going to be there. I have a high hope for a Daredevil cameo in that trailer. We see Spidey in a prison. He's fighting the Hand, the former Daredevil villain of like almost his whole series on Netflix. For the love of God, get us that cameo. We want to see them all fighting together. I don't think any other Spider-Man will appear in this movie. I think there may be a nod to a Miles Morales somewhere out there because, we have seen Aaron Davis in the first Homecoming movie. You never know. They might want to nod towards Miles Morales coming to join the MCU sooner, maybe after Secret Wars in Phase 7. Well, I hope we have more time with Peter Parker. We catch up with Peter. Character work is some of the best parts of these MCU movies, especially someone's 4th appearance, and not even just his 4th appearance, his 4th movie, aside from the Avengers movies he's in. That's a lot. That's a lot of Spider-Man. That's the guy who's going to carry the MCU on his shoulders, in my opinion, going forward, along with the new X-Men and whatever they decide to do. So I want to see the emotional consequences. I want to know how he has been for the last 4 years being Spider-Man. I want a kick-ass montage catching us up. I want something akin to Spider-Man Homecoming where we see like him recording the Civil War battle. There's not going to be something identical to that, but I do want to see something that kind of does like a creative recap. I want to see Flash Thompson. Is his Thompson? I want to see if he's around. I just like him. He's a great character in addition to the cast. So I wonder if he'll make a cameo. I want to see a lot of swinging. I want to see a lot of webbing. I want to see guys webbed up, left, top, bottom, down. I've been playing Spider-Man 2 on PC, and I love Spider-Man. I just love being Spider-Man, swinging around the city, webbing people to walls. I want to see a lot of that. There needs to be some literally high shot jumps of him flying through the sky. Maybe he'll have his wingsuit. I don't think he will, but I think I would like for him to have a wingsuit so he could fly like that. And of course, who else doesn't want this? A memorable ending that leaves us excited for what's to come, which we have no freaking idea. And that's about all I'm going to go with today. I didn't want to do a super long episode because tomorrow, after I see the movie, I will be putting my reaction episode up right when I'm finished with it. So you're going to hear from me very soon, and I'm going to be discussing the movie. We might have multiple episodes discussing what happened. First, a reaction, then maybe a breakdown next week. But we'll see how it actually goes. Are you hype? I'm hype. Let's give each other the Ned and Peter handshake. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you rated and reviewed Marvel Maniac wherever you're listening. It genuinely helps the show grow. And if you want to keep the conversation going, we've got a Marvel Maniac Discord now. It goes under Honest Verse because we talk about the Harry Potter podcast I do, but Marvel Maniac has its own section for us to just ramble and predict, and no spoilers. The link is in the episode description. I'd love to see you there. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, Avengers, disassemble.